Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RapChat podcast. Now, before we head into the podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and also subscribe.
It had a Sam moment there.
Did I?
Yeah.
I said it. Make sure to like.
Make sure to like.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcast, make sure to leave us a rating. And also, please leave us a juicy review.
We just lost all our viewers.
Yeah.
They just unlike the video.
No.
No.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at RapChat Podcast, where we post new clips of the show every single week. I'm your host, Luke Dick.
I'm Last Aldridge.
I'm Sam Kenny.
Did you guys see that clip on
good.
Instagram of like the guy with the super deep voice on playing Among Us with like Pokemon or whatever?
Oh, that's a
Corpse.
Corpse.
Yeah.
Corpse husband,
It was like because it was a meme and it was just like, I wish my voice was deep, and it was like, there's no way this man's voice is that deep.
He's
like,
got like a Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He's
He's
got like a
like-
voice changer.
Yeah.
He's like, I think PewDiePie did it.
It's even deeper than that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
It's even deeper than that. I went deep there, dude. That was a deep voice.
All right, man.
Okay,
we got a positive.
So all right, man. So
Alrighty.
so podcast schedule today is
all game recap.
All game
Spurs,
recap.
Suns, Nuggets. All talking about the win
And
streak.
dubs, baby.
Talk about.
It's so funny because I just posted a clip the video from last podcast of why are the Raptors losing, and now we're gonna say why are the Raptors winning.
Raptors so polarizing.
We're going all the
man.
way.
Yeah.
They're
We're
so
going all the
predictable.
way. Winning the chip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just overreacting.
Yeah.
Siakam is the MVP. Like I have no doubt about it.
He has been playing fucking so good though,
Yes.
man. I fucking love
Yep,
Pascal.
top 20 player in the NBA.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. I wouldn't.
easy.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope he goes down as like a guy who's remembered. Like just.
I hope
as
he
such
goes
a-
down as one of the best of all time.
Pascal Siakam, low key. A couple more accolades. Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Dude,
he's already got the ring. He's already
He
got
can,
the ring.
dude, he's literally still
M-
27,
MIP.
man.
Yeah.
Like,
All-star.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
That was a crazy overreaction to start the
Okay, so let's bring it down to reality.
yeah.
Also, big shout out Scottie Barnes on the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see I'm repping the Scottie Barnes jersey because Scottie's been killing it for us.
Dalhousie.
Yeah, and Drake.
Yeah, shout out Drake.
Yo, during the Suns game and during the Nuggets game. I'm not sure about the Spurs game because I didn't watch it, but they were playing Drake on the speakers. I'm like, bro, you're playing the Raptors, man. Like, why are you playing Drake right now?
You
You're
can't
like,
avoid him.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
are you trying to like
Can't
curse
avoid him.
yourselves?
Playing Marvin's room.
I mean,
so losing.
Drake is kind of a fan of every team, though. So
He is, but well, especially the Suns too. Him and Devin Booker, like,
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if you're playing the Raptors, wouldn't you kind of make a note to like?
Right.
There's so
But
many
then
other
it's-
artists you can play.
Yeah.
Play Kanye, like.
After they lose, they're playing Marvin's room over the speakers. Super depressed.
all right, Spurs game.
So Sam's got the Spurs game.
Yeah, start
Spurs.
of the winning streak. Fred VanVleet was back for this one. It was short-lived, but the game you just missed was just for management. Fred was back before this one. There was a possibility of Craig Popovich setting the all-time wins record. He didn't do it this game, but he did do it.
I would have spoiled the games then.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we
Raptors
won. Okay, he spoiled it.
the game that happened almost a week ago.
Yeah.
The offense, man, the offense obviously already looked better with Fred back.
Yeah.
I think it just.
He scored what, 26 points this game?
Yep. He had a really good game. I think it was just added spacing, less of a it wasn't Pascal just driving into a crowd the whole time, right? Pascal honestly had only 2 or 3 fully self-created baskets. He was just playing off of Fred.
Really?
And Fred was playing off of him. It just looked much more structured.
Well, I guess you're playing against the Spurs too, young
Yep.
team. You
Yep.
don't really have to worry about anyone who's they
Like
can.
Dem Vassell sucks.
No, but at the end of the day, right? You're not dealing with league vets,
No.
for the most part, and they can only prepare for you so much before. A team like Toronto, man, we've had this group, we know what we're doing, we have a set kind of game plan that we're going out there with, and when young guys come up, they're still adjusting to the league in general, right? Not only just any other schemes that teams come up and create.
Yeah.
And Pop is an amazing coach too. So.
Yeah. It was. It felt nice just to have Fred, another guy who can just hit a really tough shot. He had a couple really nice shots, in
Especially
this
when
one.
Gary's not been.
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. He had a couple great drives. First quarter, him and Pascal combined for 19. Just a really overall good first quarter. The defense looked really locked in on this one. It started to slip the defense. I think DeJounte Murray gives a lot of matchup issues to a guy like Fred because he's got quite a bit of size on
Gary
him,
too, to
and
be
he's
honest.
too fast for Gary. And he was all game. He was kind of living in the paint. He's an all-star, right? He's an awesome player. With Fred, he was able to just shoot right over Fred, and with Gary, he was able to just go right around Gary. So I think almost it would have been nice to see maybe put some length on him. I mean, that's when you hope, like, you'd wish you'd had OG, right? Because OG's the perfect defender for a guy like DeJounte.
Well, hey man, we're on a 3-game winning streak, all without OG, so we're doing pretty good.
Trade him. Just trade OG.
Don't really need him.
Second quarter, the offense slipped. That first quarter, we scored 34 points. The second quarter, we only scored 24. And the 3-point shooting in that first half, just still, even with Fred back, we were still only 4 for 15. And 2 of those came from Fred. Pascal had 1 and Gary had 1. Fred VanVleet 21 in the first half, but that defense, it was just Keldon Johnson also had a great game. He's a big dude, but he's got a pretty good first step, and he's kind of just like a bowling ball going to the rim, like guys bounce off of him. He's a very unique player, really good player. And him and DeJounte were kind of getting whatever they wanted. Lonnie Walker, I've kind of noticed we've got trouble without OG dealing with athletic guards and guys with burst in general. Where
Lonnie was blowing by guys easily.
Yeah, like Fred VanVleet's at his best when he's guarding guards like who like to run around.
Devin Booker, Curry, like
a guy like Curry or a guy like Dame, who's not guys who
they're
are
not explosive.
Yeah, guys who are more meticulous. I would like to say. I think that's where Fred, like a guy like Chris Paul, right? That's where Fred does his best.
Fred's
stuff.
really like solid defender, like and doesn't do too much. But then when those guys blowing by him, I mean, he's just not long enough to
like
deal
he
with
struggles with a guy like Trae Young, right? A guy who can just get around anyone in the league. And then Gary on that hand is just he's not the defender to guard. He can't guard the best perimeter player. He's just not there. So we were having a lot of trouble guarding a lot of their quick guards. They were getting into the paint. Their shooting wasn't there, thankfully. They are another team that really struggles to shoot the ball. But DeJounte had 10 assists in that first half. He was elite in this one until he got hit in the head. But yeah, that first half it was a lot of Pascal and Fred, and we really were just waiting for that second guy to step up. Pascal had 15, Fred had 21. The next highest points, Gary had 9, and then everyone else had only 1 field goal made per player. Like Scottie in the first half was almost invisible, only 2 points, 3 rebounds. But in the third quarter, I think there was an added emphasis. Like the entire second half was played through Scottie. Like Fred and Pascal were secondary players in the second half.
Wow. Pascal
only had 5 points, 1 for 6, and Fred only had 5 points. He only took 2 shots in the second half. And it was Scottie's time. He had 12 in that third quarter.
Wow.
And he was just hunting anyone.
Yeah.
It was, if they put anyone small on him, he was taking them right into the post, scoring every time. He was backing down Jakob Poeltl, who was like one of the bigger dudes in the NBA, and Scottie was just muscling by him.
I love how Scottie is so not afraid, man. I feel like I want to talk about Scottie maybe at the end of things because, he did have a
culmination of all the games.
Yeah.
We'll really get into Scottie. Also, man, Precious Achiuwa, really tough first half. I think he had 3 fouls quick. Second half, one of the best halves I've ever seen from him. Like, he had 13 points, 5 for 11, 3 for 5 from 3, and was just everywhere.
Awesome.
He had
he's looking so much less one-dimensional.
Can I have a little thing about Precious?
Nah.
This might be a hot take. I've got 2 things.
MVP.
So we talk about, when we talk about the Raptors core, we talk about the 5 main starters, right?
Mm-hmm. And let's name them. So Scottie, Fred,
Pascal, OG, Gary. I would argue, in my opinion, and also knowing how the front office looks at players, I would argue that Precious is as part of that core. Like I would say he's
just as much as anybody else.
I say like I would be more surprised if they traded a guy like Precious than they traded a guy like Gary.
I agree with that.
Knowing the front office and the players they like.
I totally agree.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think. I don't think Gary's lasting after next season, unless we like.
What?
Really
just the contract. They can't afford him, and I just see them. Yeah, I see them moving on. They're not. He's gonna get priced out. It's not even his fault. He's gonna get priced out. Based on his contract they gave him. I just don't think there's a world where.
That's my take.
Yeah, and I think Precious.
We'll see.
I think Precious has a higher ceiling than Gary too. I think Precious, man. I think Precious is gonna be.
I think he's gonna be really good.
I think he's gonna be elite, man.
Yeah, he will be.
Just seeing what he can do right now already in his second year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The things he's shown, and his defense is crazy.
And it's just shooting, man. Like his confidence and everything.
There's a world where Precious is an all-star. There is.
Yeah, totally.
There is that world. He's that good.
He was. We'll get into the Denver game. But he was 4 for 6 from 3 in Denver.
Yeah. And he's 3 for 5 in the second half against the Spurs, and he's everywhere on defense. And my other hot take about Precious is
he can guard anybody on defense.
Okay, let's say 2 years from now, I think I'm pretty confident saying 2 years from now, Precious is the best defender on this team.
Yeah. I think he's already arguably top 3.
I think he can be a better defender than what Pascal is now.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
he's way faster.
Yeah,
than
he's
Pascal.
like Pascal's
bigger,
super
too.
athletic,
He's bigger.
and Precious is just that.
Pascal,
he's the best athlete on the team.
Like Precious can guard fives. Pascal can't really guard fives like that though.
No, and also you can literally put Precious on. He can contain guards.
Like you can put him on Trae Young. It won't be crazy.
Yeah, he's super smart guarding the pick and roll. He's just got that instinct. He's so good on the defensive end.
I think sometimes I see that he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't have much fire in him. I think he needs to get that extra like.
He tries super hard though. Like,
yeah,
he's
but
always
I'm saying
going.
the same more like on like offense. Sometimes I just see him like lapses where he's just like really nonchalant ish.
Yeah.
Whereas like I mean that'll come with age though. When he gets more.
Well,
good,
and like he's playing so much more than he would have had any opportunity on any other team.
Yeah.
So
No, he's so special. I understand why they chose a guy like him when they traded Lowry. It makes sense. Even though I would like to see Tyrese Maxey as a Raptor, I understand why they went with Precious. That guy he's elite, man.
And
He's
Maxey would have fit weird on our team also.
Yeah,
that's true.
He'd be pretty good, I think.
I mean, we wouldn't get his full potential. I don't think.
I don't know. I think he's pretty elite, man.
But next to
I
Fred,
feel like he's the perfect fit.
next to Fred,
I think so. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I don't think so at all. His defense is not good.
It's better than average. Next to Fred too. He's better. I think he's the same defender as Gary Trent.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway.
But yeah, that second half, man, was mainly it was Scottie and Precious just showing out. It was so much fun. The Spurs, DeJounte had a collision with Kem Birch and he hit his head, so he's out for a while. And they really had trouble generating any offense from there. Like, they only scored 20 points in the fourth and 23 in the third. And that's the thing with the Spurs. They're a young team. They're inconsistent. They can't shoot the three that well. They've got like only a few shooters, which actually they do have. Like, I mean, I think maybe because we compared to the Raptors, they don't have shooters, but that's not saying much. But yeah, the Raptors win this one, 119-104. It was much needed coming off those losses. You want to start the road trip off on a good note.
Losses.
Stop. You don't want Greg Popovich to make history against your team.
That'd be more demoralizing.
Yeah, you don't want them all celebrating while you're tacking on losses. So big win. You need to win. Like at that point, the road trip looked so hard, right? You back to back against the Suns and the Nuggets, and I was like, this was a must-win game, right? You've got to get one from the Spurs.
How do you lose both games in a back-to-back against the Pistons and Magic, but winning against the Suns and Nuggets? Like, what the hell? Like, only two of the worst teams versus two of the best teams.
Yeah, it's this team. That's the Raptors in a nutshell, right?
Just so inconsistent.
Oh man, I can't wait to see Malachi back.
Oh man, he's gonna in those second units. Just
what even is the injury exactly?
It's a hamstring. Having him instead of like Delano in those second half.
Yeah, man. I want Fred's minutes to.
I don't think Delano's gonna be a player yet.
No, he's not. He's not.
Which is okay.
And I think Malachi he's a much better. Well, he's kind of better at everything than Delano. Just not height wise. Yeah. Which is a very important thing.
Like the defensive aspect.
I still think he's a better defender though. I honestly
Malachi?
Do. Yeah, I honestly do.
Really?
I think he's a better defender than Delano. Yep. I think he's super solid on that, and he doesn't make mistakes. He's got some of the best rotations.
It's just he's not as versatile though.
I think they're pretty equal overall because I think Delano can guard more.
If Malachi is out there with all power forwards, he doesn't really need to be versatile.
That was true, but if
he's
out
strong,
with Fred, then it's like that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't think they can play together, him and Fred.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't want them playing together.
No. I'm just saying though, like, and
I mean, like,
Delano
it depends.
I think you can be more creative with Delano on defense, though.
Like,
that's the thing.
Sure.
But also, like, what I would like to see is similar situation that we had with Fred and Kyle was Kyle would go, Fred would go, but we do have sets where Fred and Kyle are on at the same time.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that with Malachi, but it wasn't as much that we would see that small ball lineup where we would have Kyle and Fred play together.
Malachi's little run there reminded me of that run that Christian Wood had the last like 30 games of that season before he got that big contract.
Last year you mean?
With Detroit before he got that contract with Houston.
Yeah, you mean Malachi's run last year?
No, Malachi's run like that he just had.
Oh.
That like where just like all of a sudden he's like really good. And like I can see like if he was a free agent, I can see like other teams going after him.
Oh yeah, he would fit much better on other teams than he does in the Raptors because he's a pick and roll guard, and the Raptors don't like running pick and roll if it's not with any of their big guys.
Only like Scottie and Pascal pick and rolls.
But yeah, man, I think Malachi brings a lot to this team, right? Like if you're playing Malachi instead of a guy like Armani Brooks, like that's a big difference, right? And like that's a guy who can do quite a few things. And this is coming from a guy who wasn't a big Malachi fan at the beginning of the year, and still like I have a lot of questions, but. Yeah, it would be. I feel bad for him, man. He was playing so well, then he gets hurt. Like,
yeah, hopefully it's not too long.
Hopefully not. All right, that's all we got for the Spurs game. You just want to?
All right, let's go to the Suns game.
Suns game,
yeah.
super fun game.
I had the Suns game here. This game I thought was just really solid all around by our team.
Definitely,
the offense looked good. Fred played this game also. The defense looked good for the most part. Yeah. So
Wait,
I guess
sorry, 1 second. I just remember this. What was Scottie's stat line for the Spurs game?
20 and 8 on 8 of 12 shooting.
And what, like, so 20 and 8 for rebounds? How many
Yep.
assists?
Only one.
Only just one assist.
Yeah.
Okay.
he had all second half.
It's almost a double-double.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into the Suns game. So I think early on, both teams were just kind of fighting down low for the most part. Aiton was killing us down low.
Man.
But Scottie was actually doing really well on offense down low as well. But we were mostly scoring inside because our 3-point shooting was pretty abysmal to start the game. Fred was 0 for 3. Gary was 1 for 3 to start.
There was that one possession where this guy getting boards and
and then it was like
know.
Gary shot 1 and Fred shot 2 and they all missed. And
It's
then,
so frustrating, man. Because we are an amazing offensive rebounding team.
Yeah.
And it's
but
just
we
like
just gotta finish.
we have to finish. It's like, dude, those are free possessions,
Yeah.
bro. Like that for most teams in the NBA, they don't offensive rebound like we do, bro.
No,
so it's like
we're one of the best.
you have to score off of those opportunities, bro. You got 3 chances. During the game last night, I mean, this is foreshadowing a bit, but I think we had 21 second chance opportunities or something like that.
Last night we had 23 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and compared to the Nuggets, who only had like 6 or 7 or 9.
We only had 12 this game, and there was like 3 of them in that one situation.
Yeah.
We couldn't score off them. Scottie had a wicked no look to Pascal in transition. I think I give a lot of credit to
that was
Scottie
crazy.
for our offense in the first quarter. We kind of played through
He
him.
was aggressive, man.
He was aggressive, and he
He's
was
so confident, bro. Like he understands. Like
he's so patient, and especially for a rookie. A lot of rookies are not that. He looks like an NBA player.
Dude, he looks
like a total 100% NBA player. I had this. I want to talk about Gary's defense a little bit because, look, I know Gary had 42 points this game, but dude, his defense this game was not good. And I think what speaks volumes about it recently, his defense, is that to start the game we put Fred on Booker and not Gary.
Right.
And Gary should be the matchup there. If you look at like height wise and everything, we had to put 5'2" Fred VanVleet on him because Gary can't do it. And I think that just speaks volumes to how Gary's.
He's the defensive liability now. Scottie, I think, has surpassed him. At the beginning of the year, Scottie was a defensive liability, like big time.
It's tough because you
I
can
think
see
he's-
how much heart he puts to his defense, but it's like, man, you got to know when to dial it back. Like everything he does, he just does
He gets lost
way
off
too
ball
much. Yeah,
too.
he's in his own head too much. He's not thinking what they're gonna do. He's thinking like, okay, I'm gonna reach right now. Like I think he just needs to focus more on letting them make mistakes and like same thing Fred does. Fred just stays in front of them and make sure that he doesn't get blown by.
Yeah, Fred doesn't make really any mistakes on the defensive end.
No, and
He takes calculated risks and
Gary's kind of dives too much. Anyway,
he dives on screens too, man. He doesn't get over screens. The Nuggets game I think was even worse than the Nuggets game was bad.
Yeah,
Armani Brooks was better on the defensive end against the Nuggets, and Armani Brooks was bad on defense against the Nuggets.
Yeah. And that kind of speaks to his lack of athleticism too. That's one thing. If he was more athletic, he'd be better. But he's just too slow for a lot of guys. Like Booker, he's too slow for Booker's big burst.
And he's not strong enough.
No, and there's times we saw in this game where Booker literally just took one big step inside and pulled up, and Gary just went flying. Yeah. And he anticipates too much, but 42 points. Shut up.
That's the thing is like I feel like it's easier to work with somebody who's overplaying than underplaying. You know what I mean? Like tell them to dial it back rather than you need to dial it up.
Yeah, because
right?
at least they're showing that they want to play defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Gary wants to be a good defender.
Yeah.
You can see it. He just does too much.
Yeah,
But,
and it's just I think
that comes with time.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
gonna
know
come with
how-
time.
I think he's had some bad habits.
Yeah.
I just don't know how good he'll ever be though, just because on defense a lot of it does rely on athleticism.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like it's not like
I mean,
Fred
we
is
see guys
incredibly
like-
athletic
He's
either.
extremely
We see
strong.
like
though.
Matisse Thybulle isn't that athletic, and we see him. He's not that athletic.
He's pretty fucking athletic. Yeah, he's not like explosive jumping out of the gym, but like laterally, and he's long. That's the thing.
sure, laterally, yeah.
And
but-
Matisse has like
he's long.
crazy
okay, that's true. That's a good
wingspan,
point.
right?
That's a good
But
point.
we don't need Gary to be one of the best defenders in the league.
No,
we
but
don't
just
be
need to
a liability.
Like last night,
But
though.
I think he thinks that's not like a dick, but I think he thinks he's better than he is. Like he's doing all these things Matisse Thybulle would do with his length. He doesn't have that length, so he's just blown by.
Yeah.
So you just got to understand
Well,
what you have
yeah.
and use what you have.
like last night, he was like most of the issues of like guys get into the paint so much against the Raptors, and like especially last night, Monte Morris is like on probably like the lower tier of athleticism for guards,
Mm-hmm.
and he was getting into the paint whenever he wanted to against the Raptors.
Well, and that's the thing is I think that Gary understands that he's getting benched because of these reasons.
Yeah.
And you know, I doubt, given his improvement that we've been seeing in other areas of his game, I doubt that we're going to not see improvement in that
I
area
assume so.
of his game.
May just won't be this season.
And maybe not this season. Maybe not this season. But the adjustments are easy to make.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And then in the first quarter, Precious and Chris came in and gave us some good energy. Though,
Oh, man. I love Chris, man.
Precious had a huge slam in the fast
Coast to
break.
coast.
Yeah. And
Dude, that was crazy. Me and Keaton were watching the game.
Yeah.
And Precious was just made a great defensive play. And I was like, man, Precious is so good. He's gonna be so great as he's dribbling the ball, but then he just slams it down the other. I'm like, oh, let's go.
Precious is a beast, man. I love Precious.
Yeah, man, he's lit.
And Abuche came in hustling like as usual. As per
Yeah.
usual.
Yeah.
Hustle God. The
All right,
Chaos
so,
Boys.
yeah.
That's what I call them. The Chaos Boys.
Dude,
They call us Chaos.
teams have
They used to cause
trouble
chaos the
with
wrong
Chris,
way.
man.
Yeah.
Teams do not know how to respond to
He
Chris.
just-
He
he's
just does
so
so-
unorthodox.
Yes, that's exactly
He's like
it.
running in like this.
Yeah,
and
flailing his arms around, bending his back over like this.
He's not scared, but he's also so different than he was at the beginning of the year and earlier in his career. He's not scared, but he also knows his limits.
Yeah.
So he will take, like last time he saw him take the big shot, right? He'll take the big shot, but he's not going to take like the dumb shot early. in the
Yeah,
clock.
yeah.
And like he just tries
That's
so
the thing
hard.
is the threes that Chris has been taking lately, and the threes that he took in this game and in the Nuggets game, like they're not going in, but they weren't dumb threes.
I was not upset.
You have to shoot
No,
them. You have to
exactly.
shoot
Like it sucks that Chris has to be the one to shoot those threes because I don't think we're setting up our offense properly, and we don't really have true shooters out there, aside from Gary in the Suns game. But you know, Chris is. We're settling. We as a team are settling for Chris taking those shots. Chris isn't taking those shots because he like just wants to be this crazy 3-point shooter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so we get a second quarter up 30-24 after the first. Scottie had a big block, then a three, which was nice. I wrote down McGee's our daddy.
Yeah, he
game.
was sunning us for
Then I
sure.
wrote Campaign Karen Payne's our stepdaddy.
McGee, 4
Campaign.
blocks.
Yeah.
Campaign is revenging the Raptors, man, for cutting him.
Yeah.
JaVale in that second quarter had 3 blocks, and Campaign had 12 points.
Wow.
So they really daddied us.
He was shooting. He was shooting like well against us too.
Yeah, and another Gary shot making this quarter was exceptional. 5 for 6 in the field, 3 for 3 from 3. But yeah, I'm sorry, but like he had this other play that really frustrated me. He got the ball. I forget if it was a steal or something, but they had a fast break. He was the ball handler. There's 2 Suns back, and Thad Young was also back. And Thad Young, the 2 Suns are right there, and Thad Young was by himself down there. So just doing a little pass to Thad Young. He dribbles it in all the way until all 4 of them were in the paint. Gary, Thad, and 2 Suns defenders. Then he passes to Thad Young, and we just get screwed over. And it's like, think, fam.
Made the quick decision, just throw the lob or throw the entry pass.
Yeah, but halfway through the second quarter, Gary really started heating up. And honestly, at this point forward, Gary is making shots.
Yeah, it was a quiet 42, but it was a 42.
It was a really quiet 40.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say much more about it. Just at this point on, Gary is hitting every shot he takes. So we go into the half. We go into the half up 4.
You just gotta feel so good for him too when that is happening. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah. He was 8 for 11 from 3, and he missed 2 in the first quarter. So he was 8 for 9
Nice.
the rest of the way through the game.
That's crazy.
Third quarter, the scoring was from both sides, but especially us was much better than the second quarter. Transition D still sucks, but our half court D really picked up in this quarter as well. Phoenix was hitting their shots well. They had 30 points this quarter. We had 40. There was the corners though. That was one thing that kept frustrating me. The corners, especially against teams like this.
Yeah.
They're always open, but you notice they're heavily against teams like this with Mikal Bridges and then Jay Crowder.
And dude, the fouling, bro. So much fouling, man.
The
Like
fourth quarter was worse. For
Oh.
that. There was like 10 whistles in the first 4 minutes.
I was surprised no one fouled out.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if it was close for anybody.
It must have been close for
Cameron
Precious,
Payne had
bro.
4 fouls
Or
just in the fourth.
Pascal.
Pascal had 4.
Yeah.
Pascal got a bunch right at the end too.
Yeah. Yeah, so in the
Someone
third quarter,
did foul out though. I think.
Yeah,
was it
Payne.
Java-
Cameron
or
Payne
Cameron
fouled
Payne.
out.
Yeah.
Campaign fouled out. I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Yep, right at the end.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I think one of the take fouls at the end was.
I only remember that because I remember a shot of Pascal Siakam's face and he's smiling and he's like, yeah, that's what happens.
So in this quarter, the start of the quarter, it's pretty back and forth. Devin Booker tries to Aaron Donald up Precious and gets a flagrant call.
Right. Right.
And Gary's just hitting shots, bro. And we're up 14 at this point. And then near the end of the quarter, we had some big plays by Pascal. Really sexy contested spin move with JaVale contesting it. Precious had a big three, and then Pascal to end the quarter, a pull-up three in transition. We were 7 for 9 from three in the third quarter.
Wow. See that? I told Keaton this too, man. I was like, this changes games, bro. It changes games. Like
Pascal 1 for 1, Gary 3 for 4, Fred 2 for 2, and Precious 1 for 1.
Bro, like when we're actually hitting our shots, we are a different team.
Oh, wait,
we are a completely different team.
Imagine that 3-point shooting is important in the NBA.
Yeah, wow, crazy. Crazy.
Sorry, boys, just stretching my legs.
I'm used to it. Yeah, so fourth quarter, we're up 40-30. Or we win that quarter 40-30, and we're up a decent amount at this point. The fourth quarter, though, Phoenix comes back as expected. They are the Phoenix Suns. They come out of the
number one
quarter.
team in the West.
Yep. And even without Chris Paul, they are still lethal. Coming out of the gate, the Suns go on a quick 8-0 run, and we call a timeout. Thad Young comes and silences it up. Gary Trent Jr. had 2 offensive foul calls on threes.
Yeah, the leg
both
kick.
for the exact.
Yeah.
No, they're both mostly for hitting the guy in the
in the
heads.
face. It wasn't even
Yeah.
the
On the
leg
way
thing.
down, he shot it.
Yeah.
On the way down, he hits the second one was Campaign. The first one was who was the first one? I don't know, but
The second one he nailed.
yeah,
Payne.
yeah.
Like
But
also the leg kick.
they
The
called
leg
that
kick
one
too.
was a flagrant. The second was a flagrant. The first one they didn't call a flagrant, but they reviewed it, which that was a weird one. It should have been. But it seemed like every single there's so many whistles, and it's just let them play, dude. Even Phoenix was getting some dumbass whistles. I wrote down Phoenix's rim protection is wild. Bismack Nyamba was in the game. He had a crazy block.
Big block on Scottie.
JaVale had another huge block.
Shout out D. What is it?
J. Augustine.
No, the DPRCR, whatever, the Democratic Republic of
oh.
Congo.
That
DR,
guy's
Yeah,
nickname.
Biombo, yeah.
DRC or whatever,
Yeah.
Democratic Republic of
He's
Congo.
donating. He's donating his whole salary
Yeah,
this season.
that's
too.
why I said. So I remember
Yeah.
something like
Biz,
that.
man.
Yeah.
I loved Biz on the Raptors.
Yeah.
that
I
was
think
such a fun
everyone-
playoff.
You just
run.
couldn't shoot, man.
No, one
No,
of
I
the
mean,
all-time
at
fan
that point,
favorites.
we didn't need him to.
One of the all-time fan
I'll
favorites.
never forget that play in the Miami series where he had a dunk, a block, and a huge dunk.
And he'd do like the Usain Bolt celebration.
Yeah, yeah.
Matt's like, you just saw that.
Yeah, shout out Bismack. We like Bismack.
Kyle Lowry made that man a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then he got. Oh man, would you have signed him at that point for that deal?
No.
I wouldn't have either. But a lot of people were saying,
glad he got the money,
A lot
but-
of people were saying, like, why didn't we get Biz back? It's like, dude,
70 mil
him,
basically,
Yeah, we're not
right?
paying him 18 mil a season, my
Yeah.
guy, for your backup center.
Love the guy, but I'm glad he got the money. But
Yeah,
no,
oh,
that's
yeah.
Chase the
Was he
bag.
wearing a Philly jersey? Oh, that was a Philly jersey. Yeah, no, and then Gary had a big three. At this point, it's a back and forth game. At this point, Phoenix comes all the way back. We're tied up with 2 minutes left, and who else but Kem Birch with the follow-up bucket? Hey, Sam? Hey, Sam? Hey? Hey, what do you think?
I'm not taking back
What do you
anything I
think?
said
What do you
about him.
think? What do you think?
Yeah, he did his job. He did the bare minimum.
And then after that, Scottie gets a steal and a slam. Then we're up 4. And then another steal and finish the fast break of Pascal. And that pretty much ices the
Scottie,
game.
and then
Yeah.
Scottie that last steal at the very end where it was gonna be like a total open layup for Ayton, and Scottie stole it inside.
Yeah.
Like he was a beast on defense at the end of that game,
Yeah.
man.
And D-Book had a big 3 at the end of the game. Then he had a big air ball right after.
yeah, it was big air ball.
Then we won that game.
Um,
His final score
Good
there,
win.
117 to 112.
Yep.
Toronto Raptors.
And also Utah hit a 3 at the end of that game, I believe.
No, end of the Nuggets.
Oh, was that the
Nuggets
Sunday
game,
Nuggets
yeah.
game? What is Scottie Barnes' stat line from that game?
15 points, 6 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 blocks.
Wow. Unbelievable. How many assists?
Just one.
Just one? Wow. Unbelievable game. Scottie's doing it all, man.
Yeah,
He's
but only,
doing it
only
all.
one assist. Like, I don't know, man. Get
Um,
better. I'm joking.
All right,
Rookie of the
and
year.
so now we're moving on. And so, do we have any thoughts or comments on the
Anything
Suns
further?
game? I mean, it's exciting to beat the number 1 team in the West. Goes to show that we're not a fucking bad team. Like,
No.
Just because you lose to the Magic and Pistons back to back.
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're a
I
bad
wish,
team.
like, please just make the season all of us and beat the bad teams.
Imagine
too.
if we beat both those teams, we would have the Cavs right now.
Yeah.
okay, I was thinking about this last night, and this is like maybe a bold thing to say, but in my mind, the Raptors are always, no matter what their standing is, they always feel like a top 5 team to me.
But
like,
what about last year though?
Yeah, but still, like,
I think top three.
no. What I
Oh, you
mean,
mean
by
this
what I
year,
mean
you
by
mean this
that
year.
is no, even last year. What I mean is the way we're structured, the players who we have, and the vision that we have. Although we might not always win, we're
competitive.
We're competitive, man. We always are competitive. We always make the playoffs. Like we're always there. We're always a team that other teams are consistently worried about. We're never ever a team that teams can just be like, oh well, we can take this one off. We can play our bench players
Raptors
more this
always-
game. No, never happens.
No.
No, never happens.
Last year we were ass.
Yeah, we were asked, but we still had OG. We still had
Oh, no,
Pascal.
we
We
still
still had
fought. We
Fred.
still
Like,
fought.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we had 3 good players.
Yeah, like we still have our core there, man. Like you know what I mean? Like we're so much more than what our win-loss percentage represents, simply because we can beat teams like the Suns. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we play up to our competition and we play down to our competition.
and dude, and look at a team like the Bulls, bro. They haven't be able to beat the top 3 teams in either conference.
They beat up on bad teams, yeah.
Exactly,
like
bro.
over 14 against like the top 7 teams in the league or something like that.
Yeah.
top eight teams.
100%. And see, this is what I'm saying is that we are actually competitive enough to beat those teams, bro.
We.
Ow.
I think that shows. Because I think
I went like
honestly
this,
I would
yeah,
much
fucking
rather
punch
be
this,
in our obviously I'd much rather be in our situation than the Bulls, because I mean in terms of I don't like the Bulls roster that much at all.
Really?
No, I really don't. I think I think you need defense to win playoff games, and I don't think
Hey,
you
yeah,
can- I don't think you can
Lonzo
win.
can do it all, man.
I don't think you can win defense with 2 defenders.
No, you're right. They need more. Trade Vooch.
Yeah, man, please trade Vucevic, Jesus.
That's the one thing I don't like about their roster. Vooch.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I wish they had a little more like.
Might
I
get
just think for the
Turner.
Bulls, like
Woo, eventually Miles Turner.
yeah, like that's a better. But I just think like also if DeMar's your like, yeah, I am. But like I'd much rather be in our case where I know where we can beat these top teams, just because part of it is we just play our starters, and our starters are good enough to compete with anyone, for the most part. And the fact is we just play our starters so many minutes against good teams, and we usually try to play our bench a little more against bad teams, and then that's usually when we lose. But I this is like very hopeful that shows that like that winning streak that we had where we beat all the top teams, right? I think that's much better. Translate more to a playoff environment, right? Beating
Yes, yes,
I mean,
man.
obviously please beat the Pistons, but like beating the Pistons,
They're not even gonna make the
They're not
fucking
gonna-
no,
playoffs,
like
yeah.
yeah. What do you take from a game against the Pistons
Yeah, like
to win?
they had a
right?
good game. We did. Like,
Right?
it's like that.
The curse, man.
But yeah, I think I also think that shows like a young team, right? Like we really get up to play the big teams, and we maybe
Yes.
don't get as
And we
up.
have the capacity, bro. It's not like we do not have the capacity. No, it's like we have the capacity to beat these teams, bro.
Yeah, we're beating it without missing our third best player.
I should get that as like a sound drop too. Man, there's so many sound drops I want to get. Like, they said we don't have the capacity.
What do you mean by that?
We should like update all of them. It'd be kind of
Yeah,
fun. It's like,
that'd be fun. Actually, we should sit down to one day and
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
like update all
Yeah.
of the drops,
Sounds-
so we can actually use them more. And then like you guys can fucking click them and use them.
sorry, this is random. I was just going through Basketball Reference.
That is really random.
Yeah. Damari Carroll, his first year with the Raptors, shot 39% from 2-point percentage.
Yeah, man,
That's
he
so
was
crazy.
he was so
and
bad for the
60%
Raptors,
from,
man.
from the free throw.
In the playoffs, every time we needed a big three, it was like Matt Devin was like, "Need it."
Yes.
Patrick Patterson in the corners, missing wide open
That's
threes.
fucking.
Patrick Patterson.
Does that remind you of anybody who's on this roster here?
No, I don't see anybody.
I only see the goat.
Yeah, 3 rings in 3 years.
Yeah, hey man,
More than Kawhi.
you know who Loki fit on this team right now?
Patrick McCaw.
2020 Patrick McCaw.
Yeah,
Combo guard, creative
He
a little
actually
bit.
could shoot a little bit. He was
get to
injured,
get to that
man.
floater range. He can defend. Hey, Patrick McCaw can defend.
He didn't get minutes last season, dude.
No, but Nurse gave him so many minutes. The year
He
after
did,
the championship.
yeah.
How
He
many
did.
minutes games did he play in 2020, 2021? He didn't play last year at all.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking the year before.
Oh, no, the year
he played
before.
5 games.
Just injuries, man, for that guy.
How many minutes? Yeah, he played
24 and a half minutes.
Yeah, like Nurse loved
I just
Patrick
loved him.
McCaw.
It was because he's a hustler in defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good, really
But
smart
I mean,
player.
he can't shoot. I don't know if I want to.
Hey, man. Imagine Patrick McCaw, like 2019, 2020 Patrick McCaw getting Delano's minutes.
I want Patrick Patterson back right now.
I don't.
He's a good pick and roll defender, man.
Where does he play?
Yeah, and
He's a
fucking
giant.
1995.
He's on the league right now.
Yeah, I'm like Patrick Patterson. I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, dude.
He seemed like one of those guys who's also like a super nice guy.
He was
Patrick
a
Patterson.
movie head, dude. He watched so many movies.
Big movie guy.
Yeah.
I followed him on Snapchat for some reason in like middle school, and every Snapchat would be a picture of his dog in movies.
He was on the Raptors for quite a while too.
3.5 years.
So
Yeah.
he was in the Rudy Gay trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. He was fun to watch.
Dude,
Not in the
he was
playoffs.
a decent shooter.
Yeah, he was. He
37%.
corner threes.
37% for most of it. 41% the half season he was with us.
One of the original stretch fours.
Yep. I want,
Yes,
I want
yeah.
Hey, Patterson, come back to the league.
Yeah, age back 10
Yeah,
years.
age
then
back and come back. Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome for
Kentucky
us.
Wildcat.
So we're moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, let's move on.
People are saying this Nuggets win is the best one of the year.
What? No, that is cap.
Relax,
What?
Relax.
No
Can I say
way.
one thing before we get into this game? We hear
It's
so
the
much.
worst one of the year.
No, we hear so much stuff about like, oh, the Denver, the altitude. I think that gets played up a
That's
little bit.
bullshit. Yeah, of
I
course
think-
it does. I don't believe
Right?
it at
No,
all.
don't get me wrong. There's probably definitely a slight effect, but I don't
But
think
yeah,
Denver's like this impossible place
no,
to play.
No,
what?
you're not after the game like
Yeah.
struggling for air.
Like first of all, like maybe in like 1985 when guys were smoking a pack of cigarettes before the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
But like
But
nowadays,
now it's like get over here. Get
and
over
also
here, shut
like
up.
guys like on the flight and stuff, they have all sorts of stuff that helps like limit.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
Denver, they're always like,
Dude, they're literally
Denver
breathing oxygen on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
sidelines.
And
Like,
they're always like, Denver's an unfair advantage. Like, Denver hasn't won a championship, period, dude.
Yeah,
Like, give them a relax.
I think they, and also like Utah is also like quite high altitude, and you never hear about Utah. but-
yeah.
It's because Denver's called the Mile High City, so
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, it's Mile High, so like, you know.
Yeah, I just think that gets.
So, you know,
it's not like Denver's like the top of like Mount. Like they make it sound like Denver's
I
the top of
know,
Mount
yeah,
Everest.
yeah.
No, it's like,
Oh, the altitude.
I wonder, what is, like,
You have to be conditioned to play there. It's like you see the Nuggets team like with backpacks running up mountains to train.
Yeah,
Like,
they're acting like the Nuggets players are all like mutated.
yeah,
and are able, like,
Okay,
it's like Deadpool and he's in the fucking skin mutation.
okay, wow, it actually is a pretty big difference, though. The elevation of Toronto is 91.72 meters.
Yeah, but does it have
And
that
I-
much an effect though?
No, it doesn't, but I'm just saying it's kind of crazy, the difference. Elevation of Toronto is 91 meters. In Denver, it's 1,596 meters.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that's
But-
a kilometer.
like how
Kilometer and a
high
half.
is?
Kilometer and a half.
Yeah, okay, but still, 1 kilometer up.
No, yeah. No,
like,
yeah, it's
like
like-
'cause
I
the thing
know.
about Toronto's almost at sea level, is it not? Like 91. Yeah,
yeah,
it's almost
yeah,
at sea
it
level.
is, it is.
So yeah, like Denver, a kilometer up K. You can hike a kilometer up a hill. Like
No, yeah, it's not actually. It just is a big difference, but
Yeah, I just think nowadays with modern training and medicine, like
yeah,
In
it's
medicine.
cap.
I,
It's just-
I feel like the Denver
All the
altitude is more
medicine we
so
take.
just like smoking a cigar before at halftime. You
Yeah,
know,
this is
I
Michael
mean, that has
Jordan.
more effect than
this
Yeah.
is Michael Jordan story because he smoked a cigar before every game.
yeah. Yeah, that was all I wanted to say. I was just making.
yeah, I don't know. Why are you saying this is the best win, bro? The Nuggets are like the 6th seed in the West.
I mean, it's impressive, right? Back
They're
to
a
back
really good
without
team.
Fred.
Yeah, it's,
The bench was really good.
I guess, but I mean, I feel like we've still had better.
And we
Like,
didn't let Jokic get a triple double.
like, wasn't it that game against like the Nets early on that was like where Scottie went off like and hit those threes for us?
We lost that game.
We've had
though.
some.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did.
I think the Miami game's the best win.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
the triple OT
definitely,
game.
definitely. Yeah, that was by far.
Yeah.
And we beat Miami back to back,
said-
and we're both in really great
Who
games.
was saying that?
People on Twitter.
Name one.
I don't
Name
know. I
one.
don't know if
I'm
they're.
joking.
I don't know.
Okay, so moving on to Toronto versus Denver. This is a game that happened last night.
2 nights ago for y'all listening.
Yep. So we
listening.
quarter one, starting Armani Brooks.
Question mark.
Question mark? Question mark?
That-
Why are we starting
Armani Brooks
Armani
starts?
Brooks?
I get
That's what we should
the
start naming it. RapChat episode 35. Armani Brooks started.
I get the process behind it, right?
Shooter, yeah.
Spacing, and I mean they started a Precious too. That was big.
But still, it's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
not
just
gonna-
Armani like over Yuta. Like if you're gonna start a
Yeah.
Nah, I'd rather start Armani. Why not? Give him a chance.
Armani was
Give him a
defense though,
chance.
man.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
That dude was getting
fine.
killed on every
Yeah.
screen. Like,
It's fine.
he was trying really hard, but when you're not athletic and not strong compared to NBA players,
He
you're
looked
not-
taller
Hey, he had
than
2 steals
like
and a
6'2",
block.
though.
He's a really good defender. 2 steals and a block.
Oh yeah, so all NBA
Yeah.
defender.
Yeah. Marcus Smart doesn't even do that.
Yeah. So we starting Armani Brooks. I was like, all right. Precious had a nice 3 to start. Super confident.
facts, dude.
Getting
Shooter.
us, yeah.
That's facts. He did.
Shooter, man.
And then 8
Precious
minutes
Nowitzki.
in.
It's no okay. Stop saying Nowitzki. It's Nowitzki. Everybody says Nowitzki. It bothers me. It's Nowitzki. It's German. God.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
I'll call him.
Yeah.
I'll call him Precious Towns.
Yeah.
I'll call him Precious Towns.
Precious Anthony Towns.
Yeah. Pat.
Pat and Cat.
That's
The
hilarious.
Pat in the Hat.
We should call him Pat
Okay, so
or Presh.
8 minutes.
Sam calls him
Presh. Presh.
Fresh.
Presh.
You know,
You're calling
Presh.
Justin Benny JC Benny.
That's a good nickname.
that's
dude.
cool.
That's a good
Fresh?
nickname. Fresh is not a good nickname. What do you
Fresh.
mean? Shut up.
Freshy. Freshy.
Freshy. It's like what you call your kid, your like child stuffed animal.
Fresh.
Okay, moving on. So 8 minutes in, we were cruising. We were forcing the timeout. The game was a little bit rough to start, but we ended up cruising in 8 minutes in, and we forced them a timeout. We're making steals. We're getting in the passing lanes. Armani actually wasn't doing bad. He got like 2 steals in this first quarter on defense.
Nice 3.
Yep, and great. Yeah, so we had great defense throughout the first quarter. You know what? I just accepted the fact that Jokic is going to be a problem for us in the all game. Like, he's going to score. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a 30-point game.
He's the MVP this season.
Well, how many?
He had a 26, 10, and 7
Yeah, like
on
that's-
a 9 of 13 shooting. I think the more important thing is, though, we only let him take 13 shots.
Yeah.
And he didn't take one.
And
free
no
throw.
Didn't take a single
threes.
3, yeah.
9 free throws though.
And Scottie, man. Crazy defense to start, bro.
Bro,
Scooter.
Scooter Burns. Scottie and
He's
Pascal.
so not afraid, bro, of anyone.
No,
Anyone, bro.
His passing,
Take a
that touchdown pass to Pascal. Their connection, those two, is like
Yeah. It's
Really
it's
good.
special.
yeah.
So second quarter, like I said, we settled for Chris shooting 3 threes early. Not that I'm mad that Chris is shooting those threes. It's just I'd rather us design
someone
this-
else do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let somebody else get those shots.
I'd rather Kentavious Caldwell-Pope be shooting those threes, but
Maybe if he didn't have a contract that didn't fit in the team, we'd have him.
one day, Kentavious.
So we settled for Chris shooting 3 early threes. Not about it really. Nuggets were shooting well, man. They turned it up in the second quarter. We were letting in some shots that, we were frustrated. We had no answer for a lot of these shots. We were penetrating well though. Pascal was getting low super easily, man. There's no one who can guard Pascal on that team. No one who
Especially
can
with
guard
Aaron
Pascal.
Gordon hurt. They
Yeah.
had either Scottie or Pascal every time down the floor. Like at one point, like Bryn Forbes was guarding
Yeah,
Scottie.
yeah.
And like,
Devon Reed.
bro, yeah, like
And Scottie would just take him down low and just shoot hook shots every time.
and they had Austin Rivers on Pascal at one point. Like, what are you doing? Like, what? Just like,
But like
Jokic-
Jokic can't really guard anybody in our team because we're all so fast. Like,
Yeah.
who's he gonna guard?
And that's why Nick said they wanted to start Precious, is to take Jokic out of the paint, which is
Yeah.
like crazy to say about Precious Achiuwa, right? That he's taking centers out of the paint, and that Precious is just
he
he's
did it
power
and
forward,
shot
right?
4 for 6 from 3.
Yeah, man.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
I do want to talk a little bit about Precious's 3-point shooting, but because that was what was really standing out to me at the end of the second quarter. So Scottie was playing super aggressive, and then in the second quarter, man, so many fouls, bro. So many fouls. It stalls the game,
9
bro.
fouls.
It stalls the game.
9
And-
fouls.
and-
so
in
annoying.
In that second quarter, the teams combined for 17 fouls.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, man.
It's the refs, dude. It's like let him play, man. Like it's
Yeah.
the weak ass fouls.
Especially some of these weak calls, bro.
The Raptors,
Super weak.
Yeah, Raptors shot 11 free throws. They shot 8 in that one quarter.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it was just not fun to watch at that point.
That's why like there's a lot of casual fans are turned off by the NBA sometimes because it's so slow.
I
sometimes with this
know,
kind of stuff.
man. It's so annoying. And that's what I like. A lot of old heads will be like, that's why the game is so much, like
Worse.
the game was rougher when I played. And
Yeah.
it's like,
So it's just
I don't, like, the thing is,
I don't want to necessarily be rougher. Just like the little baby stuff. Don't you don't have to call that.
You don't.
Like,
you really don't.
like, if I
it's
do
like, bro,
this,
that's
don't
like
call that.
that's like what they were calling when I was in high school, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like, these are grown men, bro.
they didn't
like,
even call it stuff when I was in high school a lot of times.
Oh,
Like you
fair
get like
enough,
whack, and
yeah.
they wouldn't even call it.
But that's the thing, bro. It's like these are grown men, bro. Let them play, man. So then, end of second quarter, Precious wants it, man. He is so comfortable shooting the 3, and his form doesn't really look it's not
so one-handed.
it's not really the greatest right now, but it's dude,
works,
he's
it works,
confident. He's
12%.
going in
And
like
they're contested shots,
Yeah,
too.
bro.
Like, there's
Yeah.
a couple in Jokic's face.
And
Yeah.
then they're like not all, like before they're on the corners. He's reaching out, man. He's
Totally.
switching it up. He had something on the wings.
Yeah, and I think he understands because there was a lot of the games that we were losing. The worst thing I remember, we talked about this last podcast, was the kick drives. It would be Pascal drives, kicks it out to Precious shot fakes and drives in again. It's like, bro, everyone's already there, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be you can't do anything. So
You're
Precious,
not gonna pull up for mid range.
no, exactly. And so I wish he would.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he's not.
but then we have Precious being able to stretch the floor with this 3-point shot that he's got for us, and he's so confident shooting. I'm like, bro, do this every time.
And I think there's been a concerted effort by the Raptors to, even if their forwards aren't good shooters, it's just you have to
You
take
gotta
the
shoot
shot.
them.
Like Pascal took 4 threes, Scottie took 4 threes, Chris took 5, and
5.
Precious took 6.
And I think like
and you need to take them.
these guys are also NBA players. Like they're gonna make threes.
Yeah.
Unless they're like Ken Birch. Like they're gonna make threes.
I honestly do like having Scottie on the ball more because it's allowing Pascal to take those corner threes.
Yeah.
And he's a good corner
Pascal's
three
a corner
passer.
three
yeah,
player,
man.
He is.
I was talking about the Keaton last night. I'm like, bro, Pascal needs to shoot some more, man. Like he's so hesitant to shoot, and I'm like, dude, just throw it up, man. Like, we have nothing else going on in terms of 3-point shooting. Gary didn't have a great 3-point shooting this,
Also,
run
when,
this
when,
game.
when he doesn't shoot, though, he does create something else that's like really nice. I'm not too upset about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so third quarter, man, Precious was going at Jokic, bro. Like, that is so bold, man. Like, for somebody who's,
Wait, can I say something?
Sure.
He is shooting 45% from the corner threes this season, Pascal.
Wow. Yeah, we definitely need to get him in the corners, man. And you're right. I like having the ball in Scottie's hands, bro. Like, he'll be the primary ball handler. Like, I like having that. Like,
Yeah.
I think Pascal's great on ball and off ball, but
And so's Fred too. That's why you can do it even with Fred's on the floor.
yeah, exactly. So third quarter, yeah, Precious is just not afraid, bro, of anything. Like, he's going at Jokic, he's taking it up, he's backing him down, bro. He's putting his shoulder into him. He got a couple buckets. Not that it goes in every time, but it's just good to see that fearlessness, man. So Precious was, shooting again, the three, shooting it well in the third quarter. And, man, if there's one thing that was keeping us in these games, is the offensive rebounding. Our offensive rebounding has been so good. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Precious. Shout out to Kem, man. Like, we're getting a lot of these offensive rebounds.
Shout out to Kem.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Kem.
He
And
did
Scottie,
really
though.
good. He had a nice second half.
And,
Say it.
and-
Say it.
No.
Shout out Kem. Say it. Come on. We're all saying. You say it. We're all saying it. Shout out Kem.
Nice job, Kim.
Sam's face all red too. Nice job, Kem.
Whatever.
Chris
But-
Boucher, 9 offensive rebounds.
Dude, unbelievable. And Scottie too, bro. Like,
Kem
we're
Birch had
just
6.
We're just flying. We're flying in for these rebounds. And it's what's keeping us in these games. It's getting us second chance points, and it's confusing the defense because they've got all their players on the perimeter because none of their players are big guys. They're not outside players. A lot of their players are around the perimeter.
Yeah.
And so we get a chance to get all those offensive rebounds within the, that 13, 15 foot range or whatever it is. And so we get all of those rebounds and right by the rim too, because we got you got Jokic right there, but you got you have Scottie Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, and Kem Birch all going up for one, and Chris Boucher all going up for one rebound.
That
we're
was
gonna
our
catch it.
entire offense in the second half.
Yeah.
Was if Pascal's not creating the bucket, we're just getting the rebound.
Yeah, totally. So the thing is, man, we need a shooting answer when teams go on runs, man. They went on like a little bit of a run there at the end of the third quarter.
Yep.
And it's just like, bruh, like
The corner. It's the corner threes again, dude.
I
Austin
know,
Rivers
man.
and
Shout
Austin
out,
Rivers and Bones had
shout out to Bones Island,
No.
man.
yeah.
He did a great game.
And Forbes,
did a great
Bryn Forbes, man, he was shooting well too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 or
Rivers
7 from 3.
had
Yeah.
2 big
Or
ones.
so that's Bones. Brim was 2 for 5, but
Yeah.
Bones are 5 or 7 for 3. Shout out Bones, man. I wasn't a huge fan of you. I'm still not a huge fan of you, but your game play. But
Shout out to
you had a
Nishan
good
Bones
game.
Island.
See how I can shout out guys that I'm not a huge fan of, Sam?
I like
Give
him.
it a try. No, you don't. Don't bullshit. Bullshit. Shut up.
I like
Sam is spreading disinformation on the
Wow.
podcast.
I like Kem Birch the person.
Propaganda.
I like Kem Birch the person.
What does that mean,
you
Sam?
probably don't
What
even
does that?
like
What does
him
that mean?
either.
What does that even mean?
He's like a
You know
great
nothing
guy.
about him. You don't even know him.
Yeah.
Seems like a great guy.
Okay, Sam. Seems like a great guy. Fucking sucks at what he does for a living, but
But he seems like nice.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
So Kem, like, you shouldn't take pride in anything that you do.
I gotta
But
get a
I bet
coffee.
you're a nice
I
guy.
gotta get a coffee with Kem
Then you
Birch.
literally like, what did you say in the group chat yesterday about Kem Birch, bro?
I said that I think something like something about very mean to him.
Oh my god! Every time Kem Birch is doing bad, Sam's like, "Put me out there, man." But I could do this. Like, I'm like,
It's basic. It's
yeah,
basic.
I could catch an offensive rebound better than Kem.
One of my notes on the Raptors Spurs
he
game.
said some of Delano and Kem. You're like, oh, I'm trying to find it. I don't know. I'm not kidding. How different is the impact of me versus Delano in offense?
in my notes on the Spurs game, I
Also,
said,
why the fuck is Delano banned in the game right now? He was so bad his first stint. Also,
was.
Delano and Kem should never be on the floor together.
They
shouldn't.
Basically playing 3-on-5 on offense.
they should.
You know,
And then
I
right
agree,
after
I
that,
agree.
and then right after they had like a wicked play, the two of them.
Yeah. Well, I
No,
still
you're right,
agree
though.
for the
Yeah,
most
I
part.
do agree also.
Yeah, like I don't want Delano and Kem on the floor together.
They're both liabilities on offense.
I'm just on the Spurs game in my notes. I say get Birch off my basketball team.
Sam's so
do that a
intense,
lot.
man. So yeah, we
basketball team.
need a shooting answer, bro. Threes change games, bro. It turns a 5-point lead into a 8-point lead, bro. That is unbelievable. And then you score one other bucket, that's a 10-point lead,
11-point lead, man.
12-point lead, bro.
13, bro.
But that's the thing, right? It's a 5-point game is a 2-possession game, right? You now turn that into an 8-point game. That's no longer a 2-possession game.
It's a 3-possession game, but it's a tough 2-possession game.
It's
You
tough.
got 2 threes.
Especially if you can get a stop and then another basket.
Yeah, and Toronto ain't hitting 2 threes like that on a normal occasion.
It's so annoying, bro. I do think we have the potential to get there. It's frustrating in these early years, bro, because the team is still so young, and you can see it happening, right? You can see the vision, you can see everything, but it's just not quite there yet, and it's just frustrating. We were stagnant with the ball at the end, bro. We couldn't get anything inside. We weren't shooting the ball very well.
Defense
And we were turning the ball over, man. We were playing careless passes. And, I mean, thankfully, to be honest, Thad Young was actually kind of saving us a lot on these defensive possessions. Because,
you had 2 nice steals.
yeah, dude, Dad was doing so good out there, man.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals this game.
yeah, man.
He
Like
did a nice and one.
he
That's a fast
did.
Johnson stat line.
And he was hitting his free throws,
Yeah.
which is nice to see. I think he was...
He was 1 for
He's
1.
1 for 1.
One for one.
That's
I-
a lot,
He was
that's a lot
his
for
free
him.
throw.
That's a lot
Yeah.
for him. No, that's a good for him.
Well, I think last game he went like he hit like both of his free throws last game, maybe, I think.
Let's fact check you here.
I remember
1 for
seeing-
1, 1 for 1 in Phoenix also.
Yeah, see? So he's 2 for 2.
He's consistent, bro.
Yeah. Well, and just like he missed all of his free throws before.
Oh, never mind. He's 0 for 0 in San Antonio.
Exactly.
But 2 for 2 in the past 2 games, man. 100%.
Exactly what I'm saying. 100%. So, but Thaddeus was honestly saving. They had a couple fast breaks that Thad stopped. And I was like, damn, way to go, Thad. So going into the fourth quarter, we have to take advantage of team small lineups. Because man, we can kill them, bro.
Yeah.
We can take them inside all day. We can get in the mid-range. Pascal can hit those mid-range
Grab
shots.
all the rebounds over them.
All the rebounds,
Bro,
like
our lineup to start that fourth, or for the whole fourth, basically, Scottie Barnes, Chris Boucher, Thad Young, Kem Birch, and Delano Banton. Not one shooter.
No.
And
Gary
that lineup,
didn't play the entire quarter.
yeah.
and that lineup in the fourth quarter was basically a plus 18. Most of those guys.
that's crazy.
Like that's a
I love to see it.
Pascal Siakam played less than 3 minutes in a close game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And Gary's trying to
Against
play it
Denver.
all.
Against Denver, who he matched up really well against with Jokic.
And he hit 33 points, and he only played 3 minutes in the fourth.
That was crazy.
That group though, they won us that game.
Yeah.
Like they
Oh,
deserved
yeah.
they deserved every minute.
Oh yeah, Chris Boucher, man, take over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Scottie.
Yes. So we need, like, man, a lot of our differences, we have to make them on the defensive end, especially take advantage of those small guys. Like we're so long, man. We can guard those guys. So these are the opportune moments, right? These are when we need to take advantage of teams. When Jokic is sitting on the bench, we need to take advantage of every single time that he's not and actually score when we do get the defensive stops. That is like is a must.
Yeah, they could not score, and they were turning the ball over. So, like, our length was bothering them.
Yeah.
We
so
outscored them in the
much.
fourth quarter, 34-16.
Yeah, there we go. And so we have to, we were trying to find ways to answer them, man. And so Chris was playing so well, other than the fact that he like can't shoot threes. He hit a big one. He hit a big one. He did hit a big one.
We shot 10 more shots than they did in the fourth quarter. We shot 23. They only shot 13.
See, that is a game
We
changer, man.
shot, or in the game combined,
Six
they shot
boards.
78 shots. We shot 102.
It's the O boards, man.
24 more shots. And they shot 55% from the field.
Yep.
We shot 47%, but we just took that many more shots.
And they tried to sub in Jokic at like 8 minutes, and we played such good basketball, and there was no stoppages until about 6:30, and then they purposely, I think Bryn Forbes fouled on purpose.
I don't know. What was Mike Malone doing? Like, why wouldn't you just call a timeout?
Yeah.
That felt
You
so
need
weird.
Jokic in the game at
That
that
was
point.
so weird to me.
Yeah,
that was
was
weird.
quite strange.
Jokic
But
didn't really do
he
much
was
in
literally
this end.
waiting there for like a minute and a half
Yeah.
of game time and not being able to get in. So then they forced a foul and ended up getting Jokic back on the court.
They'd boogie in.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is not good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it helped. with,
Boogie
like,
has like 2 good games. Social media goes crazy for him, and then they just drop him.
Isaiah Thomas got a second 10 day, and everyone's like, "He's back, baby."
Oh my
yeah,
god.
Boogie's played pretty well for the.
He's all right.
But like he doesn't match up well with our the unit we had out there in the fourth. He's just too slow.
He's too slow.
Too slow.
And we were just going whoa, whoa, whoa.
And honestly, like, he's not that great on defense for them either
awful.
against
He's
us,
awful
bro.
defender.
Like,
No.
like he can't really protect the rim. Precious is getting
He
over
can't
him,
jump.
bro.
He
Like,
can't
yeah,
jump.
like he stands there and Precious will just jump and just float
Oh,
it in.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, he's lost all of the juice in his legs.
Oh yeah, man. And so yeah, we had Delano had a tough last second bucket over Jokic, which was pretty impressive, man. I was like, geez.
Nice drive.
Yeah, nice drive, confident. So then Delano had a really good pass into Chris too, really threading the needle. And so Dad with I was so impressed with Dad, man. Like, with just clutch defensive plays multiple times this quarter, man. Especially when we would fuck up. Dad was there, bro. He was there every play, bro. He was on the ball. He got like, I think he might have got 3 steals for us or something stupid in the fourth
Something
quarter.
like that. I mean, he was really showing his veteran.
Yeah,
his veteran
man.
leadership.
Just the fact he's Dad, bro. He's Dad. Every time
Yeah.
Dad goes out there, I'm like, let's go, Dad. You know. And yeah, he just did a great job. Like, we couldn't ask him to do much more than what he provided for us in this game, especially down in the clutch. And he's used to that, man. Like, he's like, as much as we look at Thaddeus and think he's like 25, he's literally 31.
Yeah.
Like,
Is he 30? I thought he was older than
He's
that.
33.
Yeah, 33.
really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Those knees don't have much left in them, man. He's a ground
Hey,
bound.
man, he
guy.
almost posted JaVale the other night. Except JaVale blocked his ass. But
How close was it?
So then clutch 3 for Chris.
Super
clutch. I had a feeling he was gonna make that. To be
Bro.
honest, I was like,
What a game for
he's
Chris
gotta hit
Boucher.
one.
yeah, he's got to hit one. He's got to.
Chris Boucher, man, off the bench, 21 and 13,
Unbelievable.
And 4 blocks.
4 blocks. Like
How many steals do we? Like 3 steals
One
or
steal.
something? Oh,
One
one
steal.
steal.
he was elite in this game, man. You don't win this game without him.
Yeah, no way. Such a grindy win, and we won because of our defense, man.
Oh yeah,
that's how we
'cause
won this game.
That lineup that closed the game is not very offensively oriented, like not very
No,
offensively
man.
skilled, but it's all the fast breaks and all the offensive
Yes.
rebounds and everything.
So-
The fundamental stuff.
Yeah, final 127-115, and to be honest,
And what was Scottie's stat line?
so Scotty's, I don't actually have
He
it right
had,
in front of me.
25, 10 and 8.
10 and 8. Yeah, so almost a triple double, super close. 2
Career,
rebounds away
and
from a
2
triple
steals and a
double.
block. It's-
Career high in assists.
Yep. First time getting double-digit assists.
Yeah, and he what did he go from 3? He was like 2 for
2 for
3
4.
or 2
2
for
for
4,
4.
2 for
11
4.
for
So
20 from the
50%
field.
from 3. Just unbelievable. Okay, unbelievable. So
Sounds like rookie of the year.
I
I can't get there, but
'Kay.
he's hooping, man.
Okay,
He's hooping.
I don't understand why Scotty can't win rookie.
Bro,
The only reason why
Evan
I'm thinking,
Mobley is the best rookie defender since Tim Duncan. That's why.
okay, but
MLB is
Scotty,
really fucking good.
yeah, but Scotty's more of a diverse
I
player,
don't-
bro. Especially in the offensive
Oh,
end, he's
I-
such a huge playmaker, man.
Dude,
Like
Evan Mobley's fucking.
I know, man. I understand. I get Evan Mobley's really good, but I think it's like
I get it, he's good,
It's like a
but-
2-way tie for me, man.
I think Evan Mobley every single
Just-
night. Like it's unheard of, really. Like
What's the
rookies
cap-
don't have
the
arguments to get an all defense teams, and Evan Mobley is a real argument to get an all defense team.
Evan Mobley has like legit. He's like legit conversation for top 30 NBA player right now.
Like his defense is that good.
Let me
He's
look
shooting
at-
50% from the field.
But
too.
let me look at
like
NBA stats. I want to see how good Cleveland is right now.
they're a game.
Cleveland's
ahead of us.
Cleveland. No, but as far as defense goes, they are right ahead of us.
Yeah, and they've been way up for a while. Then
But
they
if
slipped it with Allen.
Cleveland falls more, like I can see Scottie getting it.
I just think for most of the season, Mobley's been better. I think like when we get late into the season, your voting time. Like I don't want to hate on Scottie, man, because he's like
Yeah.
insane. I think he's gonna be a superstar. But like, I just think Mobley for most, like you gotta remember, right, the season, like
Yeah.
Mobley was in January and December. Mobley was considerably better in my opinion.
Fair enough.
I think Scottie versus Cade is an argument for second
Mm-hmm.
because I think Cade Cunningham's been absolutely like this pre-class is insane.
It is.
I mean,
honestly.
okay, like the fact that Scottie Barnes is not rookie of the year, like 100% is insane. 'Cause
And he
he's
might
having
not
an
even be
insane
second.
rookie
Yeah.
He might not even be
Yeah.
Yeah,
second.
he's not even be second. Like,
He might not even be
Cade's,
second.
Cade's been playing insane too.
Like-
and you got guys like Franz Wagner, Josh Giddey, who had 3 back-to-back
Right.
triple doubles.
Bones Highland, a late pick.
Yeah.
Guys like Trey Murphy had like 32 the other night.
Yeah, and Jalen Suggs been doing big things too.
Jalen Green's looked awesome
Jalen Green's
lately.
look- yeah,
this,
like this-
Giddy.
This is gonna go down as one of the best draft class of all time.
Oh, yeah.
one of
man.
them. One of them
It's
for
so
sure.
good.
Well,
It's
and
so
just
good.
I guess I'm such a Scotty Barnes fan, man.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
and I get your points too because he does a lot of things that Mobley doesn't do as well. But I just think what Mobley brings to the
it's
table
not like he's
is
asked to be doing those things.
What Mobley brings to the table is so elite. Like I wouldn't say Scottie's elite at anything yet. Elite. I'm talking one of the best in the league. But Evan Mobley is an elite defender, and that is half the game. And then the other half of the game, he's doing great things on offense.
Mobley's already probably one of the 5 best rim protectors in the league.
Fair enough.
Right.
So that's my whole thing.
Still, shout out to Scotty
Sorry,
Barnes.
Scottie Barnes, man, I love you.
I definitely think that he has runner up for rookie of the year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he's just man, like we say, like it's so easy to get used to somebody and take them for granted, but we are a totally different team without Scotty Barnes on our team. Like
oh yeah, we need him.
just, yeah,
to
like
be as good as
he's
they are.
a needed piece just as much as any other player on this team.
Yeah,
And like he literally almost gave us a 25-point triple double. Like, come on, bro. 8 assists. 10 assists, bro, and 8 rebounds. Like
He looks so rested after the All-Star break.
Yeah,
He's
man.
like that play where he missed the free throw and got the O board. Like, I think before the All-Star break, he was starting to hit the rookie wall.
Mm-hmm.
He got recharged, and he just looks like he's just playing
dude,
so much harder than anyone. He's
this-
so smart.
This draft class is actually insane.
It's unreal.
Man. The second round had Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Herb Jones, Ayo Dosunmu, Jared Butler, Greg Bowden's been playing well, Delano, Kessler Edwards has been playing well.
I think Charles
Shreve-
Bassey's going to be an NBA player.
Yeah, I think Shreve Cooper's going to be better once he just gets his defense stuff worked out. But he's been really good in the G League.
Aaron Wiggins got a contract.
Yeah, Brandon Boston Jr.,
Jericho Sims. Like,
Sandro.
look at the first round. Is there any team that's disappointed? Like I guess I wasn't high on Corey Kispert, but he's been fine.
There's no
Book Knight hasn't got a chance yet. Like, no one's
there's
bad
no-
about their
there's
pick,
no-
right?
there's
Isaiah
no-
Jackson looks awesome for Indiana.
Oh yeah.
I guess Jalen Johnson went 20th. I don't. But like
Cam
Trey
Thomas.
Mann,
Cam Thomas has been awesome too.
This draft class it's got everything. It's got future superstars. It's got future all-stars. It's got future role players. It's got
And I still think Jalen Johnson's going to be good. Once he gets the opportunity.
yeah. It's
Crazy.
so special. And the fact we got to pick fourth.
I think
very
I think the
lucky.
biggest
Yeah,
disappointment for me is Trey Murphy.
He was awesome the other night though. He hasn't got a chance yet.
I know, but I think well because he could have because they gave it the chance to Herb Jones. Herb Jones played bad. I think Trey Murphy. I thought he was really good coming out of this.
I still think Trey Murphy's.
I think he'll be good.
I think he's gonna be a legit NBA player. Think of a guy like Mikal Bridges. He did nothing as a rookie.
I don't think. Yeah, I guess he's not gonna be that good.
No, but like his first time he got a real chance, he had 32. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
the dude he's gonna be good. I think. I'm so glad the odds fell our way. But even if they didn't, right? Say the Raptors pick 7, we still get Jonathan Kuminga, who's been awesome. Giddey.
I'd be so sad if we didn't have Scottie Barnes though.
Oh, yeah.
Even like before we even the lottery, he was my favorite player in the draft, and I was
want-
so sad. I was like, we need to get Scottie. Then when we got to top 4, I was freaking out. I was like, we really got
Well,
Scottie Barnes because no way he doesn't fall to us.
I thought, yeah.
I just am so pissed off with just so many casual Raptors fans who were upset when we picked him.
I was
upset.
I wanted because I wanted Suggs.
I know.
I'm just gonna
Everybody
Well,
wanted
I,
Suggs,
I,
but,
I
like,
wanted I wanted Mobley, and the Raptors wanted Mobley, right? They were trying to trade up for
yeah.
Mobley. And we didn't get Mobley. I wanted Suggs, and I mean I knew Scottie Barnes was good. But like there was reason not to expect Scottie Barnes was going to be like
Fair
an
enough.
all-star future.
Yeah, fair enough. Or a
That's fine.
superstar.
He didn't look like a future all-star to me in the draft process. He looked
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like a Thad Young type guy.
Fair enough.
I just want the record to show, and it is posted on the internet. I did call the Scottie to Toronto,
You called it.
and I wanted it badly.
There we go.
My original guy that I wanted was when I didn't think the Raptors were gonna get high enough. I wanted Giddey because I thought we were gonna pick around 10.
Right.
I didn't think we were gonna, but we got so bad. And I think the odds. I'm under the impression that the draft lottery is a little bit.
Not rigged.
I think it's a little bit tampered with. I honestly
Really?
do.
I don't think
Why did
so.
Derrick Rose go #1 to Chicago? Why did the odds on that were crazy? Why did LeBron go to Cleveland?
Why did Kate Cunningham go to Detroit?
LeBron left Cleveland and then they got the first overall
You
pick.
think they rigged it to get Detroit the first?
I
overall
thought
pick?
Toronto got compensated for having to be in Tampa all year. I think that's
No, I think it's the luck of the draw, man. That's how it goes.
Pelicans. After they lost AD, they got the first pick and it was super hard to get.
It's how it goes, though. It's not supposed to get. It's not supposed to be like
I know,
100%.
I know.
That's the whole
I just
point.
think- I think
that's
the
the whole point of the
storylines-
lottery.
I
So
think the
some people can't-
storylines-
so people don't tank. That's the
I
whole
think the
point.
storylines work out very nicely sometimes.
You think they really storyline for the Pelicans?
I think Pelicans.
You think they wanted Zion in New Orleans?
I think
and
the
not, like,
Pelicans got
They could have given him to New
compensated. No,
York.
I think the
Why-
Pelicans
Why
got-
would they give him to New York?
I think the Pelicans got compensated for AD.
Why wouldn't they give New York the top 2 pick then?
I don't know. I don't think,
Exactly.
I don't think the whole thing is. I don't think the whole thing is right. I think the Pelicans got compensated for. I think. Why did the Bulls get the #1 overall pick when Rose was there, or LeBron to Cleveland, or
'Cause
Wiggins
that's
to
just-
Cleveland, or
that's
Kyrie
the-
to Cleveland?
That was the
When
luck.
LeBron left.
That's how it went. And back then, also, like the Cleveland was the worst team in the league, and they got the first overall pick.
All right.
I don't think it's rigged.
I think it's rigged a little bit. I think that gets
Mini
rigged.
debate on the
I think
podcast.
it's rigged.
Okay.
The frozen envelope.
So looking ahead.
All right, we got Monday again. Oh, we got a back-to-back against
The LA teams.
The LA teams. Let's just get one, man. I'm pretty sure I can see the Clippers beating us.
Finally, we haven't played the Lakers all year. I'm excited.
We play
to
them
see
twice
us
next
play.
week.
Let's
Yeah.
go! I'm so excited.
The worst, my least favorite team to watch in the league. Suck the joy.
But
Or the basketball.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
dude.
We play the Lakers in LA on Monday.
I just want us to beat LeBron.
Yeah.
Like-
LeBron might turn it up though. For the Raptors,
LeBron's
you know.
been trying
I
it
know.
up.
Yeah.
LeBron's crazy.
Um,
But they've still been losing
Oh, it's not a
though.
back.
It's not back to back.
No, we got
usually
Lakers
is.
on Monday, the Clippers on Wednesday, and then
Boys are gonna be kind of hungover playing against the Clippers. Man, we're gonna be in LA for that long. We're gonna be in LA
You think
from
so?
Sunday to what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
They're gonna get partying at some point.
They're young. They're young. They can They'll recover. And then we play the Lakers in Toronto on Friday night. Oh, we're not. That's gonna be after.
Oh, that's gonna be so lit.
So yeah, Lakers baby.
Alrighty. That's gonna be hella exciting. I'm very, very excited for the games this week.
Also, cheer for the Clippers on Monday. They play the Cavs. We need
the
Clippers
Cavs to
win
lose.
on Monday. Yeah. Even though that gives me great pain to cheer for, but
And we need that 6th seed, baby.
yeah, we do.
Not trying to play the Nets.
Succeed, baby.
Not trying to play the Nets in the play-in.
Yeah, that's facts.
No.
Excuse me.
All right. I think that's all we
Okay,
got.
so that is all we have for today for all of you folks. So let's close the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and to also subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, make sure to leave us a rating and also please leave us a review. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at RapChat Podcast, where we post new clips of the show every single week. Every single week.
I just downvoted the podcast.
I'm your host, Luke Dick.
I'm Les Eldridge.
And I'm Sam Kenny.
See you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Just kidding. No, not next week. Thursday.
Yeah.
See you guys on Thursday.
Peace.
Bye-bye.